Hey y'all, hey, it's Heather with Velvet and Vines Design. How are you? Had to use a step stool to press the go live button tonight. Let's make sure we have some good light in here. All right, you know the deal. I'm here for Craft Around the Clock, which means I'm not officially going to start for about 5 minutes. So if you're catching me on the replay, hi, thanks for stopping by and watching. We're going to make this bee kind of wall hanging, and I'm going to do it a little farmhousey, like a little rustic farmhousey a little bit. So yeah, you can just fast forward through some chit chat for about 5 minutes, and then we'll hang out. All right, I'm gonna get us pulled up and then shared before Tracy gets us shared. Hey, I can see some people popping on, but it's too far away for me to see you. So let me get us pulled up and I'll get to say hey to you. How is everybody on this Tuesday? I feel like it's been a while, like I feel rusty. I don't know, maybe it's just me. Maybe it's just me. What have y'all been doing? Have y'all had your dinner yet? It's like 7 o'clock my time, so we're about to have ours. Hey Cheryl, how are ya? Hey lady. How are you? Thanks for hopping in. So yeah, if you didn't get to hear my little spiel, I'm just waiting for Tracy to share us in. I have several devices because I never know what's going to work and what's not. It might be a little caca. I don't know. I can't really tell. I think we're just going to go with it because if I mess with it, then you'll go like this. All right, I'm going to get us, let's see. So, yeah. I just came from my son's baseball game. That was fun. My husband's picking up dinner and I don't have to cook it. That's fun, right? Can I get a right? Hey Kimmy. Hey Amber. I'm going to have fun with this little wall hanging here, and I have a feeling we're going to work fast in our 45 minutes that we have. So I have behind me some patriotic ribbon, and if we can get to it, maybe we'll make a patriotic bow. I need to do some stuff like that for my Etsy shop. Do you all do that? Have bows and things like that? Hey Lisa, hey lady. Oh, I'm glad that you're here too. All right, now I'm going to get us pulled up on my business page and get it shared around. So for those of you that just popped in, just so you know why we're hanging out for a couple of seconds, if you're like, Heather, let's get to it. I promise I will. I got about 3 minutes. I'm going to get shared into Craft Around the Clock. So we're here for that tonight. It starts at 7 Eastern promptly. So you know me, I like to log in and make sure everything's good, because sometimes when you go to press the live button, it'll tell you wonky things like this live is disrupted or something like that. You know what I mean? Like, you just never know when the cloud gods are not working for you. So the internet gods. So I am, all right, I think I'm good. I think I did all the things. I think I got us pulled up on all the places. I have all the volume down. All right, so let me share with y'all while we're waiting, right? Hey Jamie, how are ya? Hey lady. While we're waiting for Tracy to share us in. So I've got this wall sconce thing, wall arty thing from Hobby Lobby. It was $26.99, but of course, you know, I got it in the spring. It's a spring, right? So I got it on sale. I got this not even in my local Hobby Lobby. I had to go somewhere to go shopping at a Hobby Lobby to find something cool like this, right? Oh, thank you, Lisa. That was, like, that for sure was probably what, other than like the first swag that I ever made, that was probably like the first thing that was just like from me. Like, that was like my idea, and yeah, I'm pretty proud of it. I'm proud of it for that, right? Every time, or I'm sure every person that creates and makes and designs, right? They just want to get to a point where they're finding like their style, and yeah, I felt like this was one that I got to like express my jam, right? So it was really cool. I was really happy with that. Thank you. My customers were really happy with it too. I shipped it off to her today. Hi Lila. Hey lady. Hi Vicky from Georgia. Hope you have better weather than me. It's windy and cold here in Maryland. I'm in Maryland, right on the coast. So it looks like we're getting ready to get shared in here. So yeah, that was a fun wreath. I love boho. Like, it's naturally my personal style. Boho, I dress that way sometimes, you know, most of the time. Just kind of my vibe. So, and my house is coastal, so I don't really get a chance to decorate that way. So it's just kind of cool to get to express myself that way. You know what I mean? Hi, Rhonda. So yeah, we got this from Hobby Lobby. So we're going to dress this baby up. We're going to throw some greenery and some florals in there. So we're right at time. So if my guess is Tracy's going to be in here sharing us out. So thanks for everybody that's joining us. Again, if you're new to me, my name is Heather. I'm with Velvet and Vines Design. I love to make homemade, handmade home decor and holiday decor. So a lot of that is faux florals, and greenery is just my thing. So yeah, I love farmhouse, boho, coastal. That's kind of a little bit of a little taste of what I do. And so tonight, though, we're gonna do more of like a farmhouse rustic kind of a jam. I got this piece here from the spring section of Hobby Lobby, and I love it. It's like already rusted and kind of aged. I love that, and I love bees. And so I got this. It was you know, on sale, spring section, you know the deal. So first things first, I want to put some greenery and florals in here, but as you can see, that has a lot of holes in it, right? And so I don't want my floral foam to show and my moss to seep out. So what I'm going to do is, actually, I take that back. I do want my moss to seep out of the holes. I don't know. I just had a change of heart. I was originally going to take some of this burlap ribbon and cover up in the inside and then put my floral foam in and then build out, and then that way you would see the background of like burlap. But I don't know if you all saw the smoke coming out of my ears from the idea. But I'm a moss person. I love moss. I love exposed moss. It's my jam. So if it's not your jam, I get it, but it is mine. But I just, and I'm gonna use moss to camouflage my greenery. I mean my foam. Gosh, struggle. And I want this moss. I want the natural, not the dyed green. All right, so that's what we're gonna do. And then I have a feeling we're gonna have some time left over. So I wanna maybe do a patriotic bow. Yeah, I need to kind of get some bows in my shop. So we're gonna work with that. This is some of the ribbon that we're working with tonight. So just some of that kind of bee. It's kind of dark up there, huh? It's weird. I got two lights, one behind me. And then I'm gonna use that kind of expandable, right? And this, the greenery is going to be kind of simple. I do have one kind of an odd thing that I'm going to use, and this just comes from Walmart, y'all. I love this piece, but it's kind of got that, you know, it's just edgy. I like it. It's edgy. I'm going to use just a few clippings of this. So I'm going to use, as you can probably guess from the ribbon, the mustard color, and then I am actually going to use these, because even though in here next to the purple it looks peach, when you put it up next to the mustard it looks tan. So I'm going to use those, and then I have some whites. So remember the cattails from Walmart, y'all. So I have a couple left. I have a couple of like some baby's breath, some dogwood. So just, you know, some odds and ends stuff, right? And then we're just have some fun. Stuff it full. Hey, Annabelle, how are you? So all of you ladies that were here, hey, Roxanne, hey, Lisa, hey, Sherelle, hi, Sparky. I'm going to say hi to all my friends. Hi, Misty, Venus, and Laura. All right, what is it called? What, Joanne? What did I miss? What was what called? Let me know, and I'll tell you. Hi, Julie, watching for the first time from Kentucky. Thanks for joining. I appreciate it. My name is Heather. I'm from Maryland, right on the coast near Virginia. Hi, Mary, Joanne, and Terry. Oh, all right. So if I missed your name, I am so sorry, but I just want to say hi to everybody. How are you? Thanks for joining me tonight. Brenda, Cynthia, Miss Mary, the planter thingy. Yes, so this I got at Hobby Lobby. It was in the spring section, so you can see the tag. I still have it on there. I'm going to take it off. So it's on sale, right now. I think it's like, what, spring's 40% off, 50% off, what y'all? And it was just kind of on the shelves on the wall, and it was kind of stuck in the back where there was a lot of like the wall decor, the wall sconces, and some of the wall pockets. So that's where it is. But so we're going to go in first. I'm going to put some foam in first. Then we'll stuff some moss all around it. I do want it kind of oozing out some of the holes. And then we'll go in and just add some greenery and some flowers. It's going to be pretty simple. So full disclosure, if you hear my husband and son, I think, just pulled up in the driveway. You might hear my dog Frank barking. Tonight was a baseball night, so I came home a little bit early to get started, to be with all of you. And they picked up dinner. And so me and the little guy crew came on home. So yeah, so what are you all up to? So all of my friends are, hi Mama, you can't wait to see this. Oh, good. I hope I don't disappoint you. Hi Norma, how are you? How are you doing with your cows, your Highland cows? And Brenda. So all of you ladies that are on here that are, part of the Craft Around the Clock that went to the whole Canton thing, tell me how much fun you had. Like, what was your most favorite thing that you did? Let me just play around here a little bit with. What was your most favorite thing? I mean, I saw a lot of shopping, and that just looked amazing. I'm going to just trim a little bit off of here. Now, as you, if you have on earbuds, this is foam, and I know you hate that, right? I saw a lot of shopping, and I saw, like, you could get some cool stuff. Now, I realize that this is metal, and hot glue is not a permanent glue for metal, but I just want something that will stabilize this greenery while I stuff. I keep calling this foam greenery. Foam, stabilizing the foam while I get the moss in here. Yeah, I get to live vicariously through you. You all, last week, I don't know, was it a full moon? I missed it. The end of my last week was absolutely, like, just, it all started. Remember the night that I had posted I was going to go live? That's when it all started. It just all went downhill. Actually, no, it started the night before, I think. No, I think it started that night. Annabelle, yeah. How do I define boho? That's a really good question, Julie. I'm sure a lot of people maybe have their own interpretation, right? As does a lot of designing, right? My personal opinion in boho is that it features a lot of things that are more natural, in that it's like natural element type of things. So, you know, you're not talking about like I wouldn't do like teal colored flowers in a boho type of thing. I would go with something that seems more like I said, natural, of the elements, but in a muted color type of a like color palette. That's where I usually go. So I don't use any bold anything. It's a lot of creams and tans and like muted like blushes and mauves and things like that, sages, like all of those kinds of tones, and then or colors. They're not tones, they're colors. And I say from there, really, it's just, you know, it's, if you use some of the elements that are just kind of patent in boho, like pampas grass and dried palm. But I think beyond that, it's just like you think like that bohemian style, that very like of nature, carefree, you know, like maybe the print is, I hope that's making sense. Like if that, you know what I mean? Like, yeah, I guess I would have to maybe show. I feel like I'd maybe show it better than I could explain it. Yeah, see, Annabelle, she would use muted colors. The same, like faded. Faded is a better word too, the faded version of the color. So I wouldn't go in with like really bright red and a boho piece, right? It's all, typically. But here's the thing though, y'all. When you're designing it, you can do whatever you want. maybe you do want something burgundy, like deep, deep burgundy with pampas grass. Actually, now that I say it out loud, I think it would be gorgeous with the beiges. So I don't want to like box you in, but typically speaking, it features a lot of more natural, wispy, flowy elements. You won't find things that are like, you know, a lot of stuff that, obviously we're using fake flowers, but you won't find a lot of artificial things such as like mesh and in a deco design or in a boho design, things like that. But again, like I said, there are no really rules, if you're making it. And I mean, I've seen people do a boho style grapevine where they've used mesh in the background as like a filler, like something to make it really full. And it's been absolutely gorgeous. So that's why I was like, there's really no hard rules. But I would say for the most part, what you'll see is muted colors of some sort. And you'll see wispy, airy, natural ingredients, materials. I'll say it like that. Like rattan and things like that. You know what I mean? Like your bases will be more like that. Does that help? And then some of you ladies in there help too. Hi, Tony. Hey, girl. How are ya? Thanks. I am. Yeah. I was starting to get into telling them how bad my week was. I had one day. I still had to go live on Pinterest. The one day that I had like all the things happen. Y'all, I ran out of gas at the gas station. Like, I want you all to think about that. Like, like people run out of gas, right? Like, usually side of road, side of highway, in the country, at home, something like that, right? Yes, the meme that they write about people that's like, there's two people in the world. The person that panics when their gas gauge is on half tank and they gotta go to the gas station. And then the person that's like, on E and like distance to empty 12. And I'm like, yeah, baby, let's go. I got 12 more miles. That's me. But anyway, I went to my son's game that night. And my little guy didn't want to get out of the car. He doesn't like the loudspeakers and stuff. I had a work call. We both needed power to charge our devices. So I kept running my car. I knew it was low on gas. But I knew when I left, there was a gas station right down the street. Y'all, I pulled up to the gas station right down the street, and they had dug out their gas tanks. They only had diesel left. Next gas station was beyond my gas to, my distance to empty. Yeah, it was a lovely time. I had to call my husband. I had it live on Pinterest. In Pinterest, you can't really just like easily cancel last minute. I mean, you can, but you know what I mean. It's just not. Anyhow, I walked in the door with literally 2 minutes to go live. My blue pot wasn't on. My lights weren't on. I was sweating. This my husband he just went and got a gas can. He went to another gas station, got gas, brought it to me, gave me enough gas to get to the gas station and get gas. And he was like, why do you always take the gas out of the low? I was like, it's because I thought I could leave and get gas. And I didn't know they had dug it up. Like, what is my luck? Hey, Elaine. Yes, Goose Creek. I was like, what the heck? I didn't know. Yeah, I know. Good old place to run out of gas. And of course, my little guy crew. I've told you, I've expressed to you all. Oh, I missed a whole lot down here. Hold on, let me keep going with this. I expressed to y'all, he does not cut mama or anyone in life any slack whatsoever. He tells you all about it. And he did. He told me all about it. Why you run out of gas? Because he just wanted to be home, Oh, my bless. Anyway, y'all. So I needed to adjust my attitude. I was right. I did. I needed to adjust my attitude. Then I got sick with the flu, so that really adjusted my attitude. Oh. You know what I mean? It's just one thing after another. No, wait. I'm just looking for a device just perfect enough to push this moss down and cover up that green, the floral foam. So that was fun last week. And then the flu, all the end of the week and the weekend. Then on Sunday, I started feeling better. So then you know what you want to do, right? After you've had the flu and the whole house, like Garrett had it, then Crew got it, then my mother-in-law got it, then I got it. So you know what you want to do with your house after all of that, right? Disinfect, clean all the things. So that was Sunday. Just, you know, busy times, y'all. Thank you, Dawn. Oh, did you see that, Michelle? Yeah, we're in our safe space on here with all of our friends. Yeah, y'all. Oh, that's right. Yeah, Michelle saw. Oh, Michelle, yeah, I had the mean guy on top of all of that. So y'all had all that going on. And then I was on Pinterest. And I was doing my thing. I was like, oh, you know, we're going to act like everything is great. Like, you know, I shared with them what had happened so we could laugh and tee-hee and ha-ha-ha, you know. But then we went on with our project and everything I thought was great. And there was this one particular person. I don't know why I keep calling him a guy, because almost always when somebody's mean, it's always a woman, usually. Sorry, ladies, but it is. But anyway, he was being really nice at first. Like, I like this. I like the flowers, right, Michelle? And then all of a sudden, I need to say they, because I don't know if it was a he or she. All of a sudden, they said, I'm bored. This is boring. I mean, I didn't catch it, but other people were like, basically like, get off of here then, and, you know, saying stuff to him. And I caught them saying something, and I thought, oh no, who's making everybody upset? I don't want anybody upset, you know. So then I started to look. I saw him, and I was like, look. I did. I was like, we're not gonna have this tonight. We're not. I was like, I am here of my time, my time, my money. I said I am one of the few creators on here that doesn't push a website or a link or ask you to do a single thing. I'm just here to show you what I know, give you good tips and tricks, and to tell you how to do it on a budget. If it ain't your thing, you use your finger and you scroll on by. I was like, well, we're not going to be mean. And he was like, I'm sorry. I didn't mean it. You know, they took it back. I was like, thank you. I didn't even take offense to what they said to me. I was more like bothered that they bothered the people that were there, because I felt like we were all having like good mojo, right? Like we were all chatting and talking, and even though I had a pretty crappy day, you know what I mean? Like I just ran out of gas at the gas station. You know, I thought we had a turnaround. Anyway, then he started, and my whole posture, like you see me, I started arching. I'm like, oh, when you see me arch, look out, them elbows. Hey, Lisa. No, look, it's just Pinterest people. Honestly, I think it's just people that want to rise. Like, you know what I mean? And it's whatever. I don't even pay it any mind. Sometimes, when I first started, it would upset me a little bit. But then, I was just like, whatever. I try to like turn it around, and if they won't comply, then I just block them. Like you can hide their comments and stuff like that. So they do a good job of that. All right, now I really have it. So look, you could kind of see like the moss oozing out. All right, so now we're just gonna go in with the fun part, y'all, with the flowers and stuff. Yeah, Michelle, I forgot that you saw that. Oh my goodness, I just dumped so much of that moss in my floor. It's all over my socks. Look at me. All right, let's just get going. Let's get going. If I keep it up at this pace, we'll spend this much time just mossing up something, and we won't even have time for the bow. So we'll see. All right, I've got this to prop it up. Let's get started with some greenery. So I want to go in first with the thing that I feel like is of most interest. And then we'll do the drake, which is that kind of weird green plant. But this right here is a pick that I get from, y'all know I love her, Jam Designs. She is in my link tree if you want to check out her shop. But I just love her selection, and I love the quality and how fast that she ships and all the things. I love, you know, her principle of how she does business and all the things, right? So anyway, I get a lot of my greenery from her. So I got this from her. Then I have this piece here that I actually got from my friend Lori with Hey Mom Creations. She sells these really cool greenery boxes. If you've ever seen any of Lori's makes, I mean, she has the most beautiful style with grapevines and the most beautiful work with greenery and florals. So she sells these really cool, inexpensive greenery boxes that are her selections. So I picked up one of those, and it's really cool. So this is a part of what she sent me in that. And then after that, we'll just add a couple of little flowers and some ribbon. Y'all, these little wall pieces come together so quick. What I love about this is that it has ivy, it has fern, it has like these like grassy, I mean, honestly, in life, we would be picking that stuff out as weeds, right? But you know, when we're making wall sconces, it's totally perfect, totally perfect. You know that, right? If you saw that sticking up out of your flower bed, you and I both know we would be pulling that out, right? I only say that because I'm thinking about the state of my flower beds right now. We've had so much rain that they look like a dang meadow. That's gonna be fun. Said no person ever. There we go. All right. So now we're just going in and doing the fun stuff, y'all. I'm gonna do some of the height in the back. And I like how these kind of like stick off and they're kind of odd looking, right? When you take your photos and you see like these weird pieces of the fern sticking off, that's kind of I love that. So Lisa, I saw your wreath that you made the other day. It was absolutely beautiful, and I love your bow. You got that really pretty ribbon in the yellow. I love that. And you and Palan recently have done a make with black and white ribbon in it, and you are just inspiring me with the black and white. So pretty. I call it, it's like just so posh, right? It's just like never goes out of style. It's just beautiful. Black and white. My friend Kara with the Craft Junkie is redoing her craft room, and she's doing a whole wall in black and white stripe. It's gonna look fabulous. Like when she designs against it, right? So I know it looks a little cray-cray, like morning hair right now, like bedhead, but it's okay. It's okay. You know that it always comes around, right? And even if it doesn't, we just play it off and then we rip it out later and we make it better. That's what we do. Hey, Misty. So how much did you love Canton and hanging out? And that is like the coolest thing. So y'all, if I know you know, we hang out and we craft and all that stuff, but part of what Tracy does at Craft Around the Clock too is that she gets all of the creators. There's like 130 some creators total. And she gets them all together for a huge retreat in Canton, Texas. And she gets several homes and Airbnbs. And if something's looking a little wonka-do, when I take it, make it look at me, when I go to look at it, let me get better with my words. I'll do a better job of fixing. And then everybody went shopping and hung out, and some people had never met each other, but you know, have been supporting each other online for a long time. That was kind of cool, right? Yeah. So it's like a Craft Around the Clock. It's like their creators retreat. Dawn, I didn't get to participate this year. I'm hoping that maybe I can next year. And I'm not sure, Misty's on here. I'm not sure if they do like something that's open to. So this is kind of what I was going for. You know, I like that weird, oh, wait. Hold on. We're gonna put that to the other side. I don't want to cover up the bee. Hold on. It's not gonna be that. Hold on. See, just tear it out. Tear it out. No harm, no foul. No harm, no foul. All right. Same idea, same concept, different side. There we go. That's what I wanted. I didn't want it to cover up the bee that was over there, right? But you know, I like, it's like crazy hair. It's like rock star hair, right? Like, who doesn't love a rock star? I say that. So guess what, y'all? When this is complete, how much dollars do you have in it? Oh, Dawn. All right, good question. Hi, Cindy. I'm actually going to list this in my Etsy shop. So if you don't mind, I'll break that down to you like a private message. But typically speaking, and something this small, like I can, you're working with at least like a third of your product that you're working with for like a grapevine that you would be decorating like a half crescent, if I could help in that manner. Like, I'm not sure if you're a creator or not, but I'm getting a little smarter with some of the information. I am definitely open to share. I have no problems telling people, but I'd rather tell you in private message because I do intend to sell this, so, you know. But I try to do, you know, I'm in business coaching, right? And I try to follow what my business coaches suggest, in that, you know, you obviously you have to sell at a rate that your customers that are finding you will pay. It has to be, I feel like, comparable with the quality of the product that you're using. So in other words, I wouldn't make a wreath with Dollar Tree products, all Dollar Tree products or all Walmart products, and I personally wouldn't sell that on Etsy for $200. That's just not, that's not what I would do, right? That would be like a $69 wreath for me, right? Like, anyway, but I try to follow what my business coaches tell me, and that, you know, you take your product, what you have in it, and what you're comfortable with, and somewhere in between that 2.5 to times 3, right? 2.5 to times 3, whatever you're comfortable with and where you're at in your journey. So, and for me right now, I'm on the lower end of that. I'll be honest with you on that, just because that's where I'm comfortable, right? I'm new, I'm starting out. I have a corporate job by day that I have the luxury of it providing for my needs, right? My financial needs. So this is something that I get to reinvest back into my business, and, you know, buy products and supplies that I need and things like that. So I feel like I'm at it. I have the liberty there. I'll say that through stuttering. I have the liberty to be a little bit lax in my price in order to build up clientele, versus being very focused on profit. It's all in where you are in your journey, right? There will probably be a time in my journey where I will be way more focused on profit, and I'll be okay with that when that happens. You know, I'm a business person, right? But for right now, I'm focused on, you know, learning, growth, just more understanding of the market, right? And my customers and things like that. You know what I mean? So, yeah. I hope that helps. If you are not in a coaching group and you are trying to sell, you know, I can't tell you what to do, but I can tell you that having people that know and have training and have been there, done that, walk the mile in your shoes, you know what I mean, are going to be on your back. Yeah, no problem, no problem. I used to tell everybody everything, and then a friend of mine, a really good friend of mine, she might be on here, she was like, you know, Heather, if you're selling your things, you might not want to tell everybody every single thing that, you know, every dime you pay for it. And I was like, you're right. You are so right. Rookie mistake. Do you hear my little guy? Hey, crew, you can't play the, Facebook, I don't know who writes this music. Crew, honey, you can't play that music because I'm on Facebook. So my little guy crew, y'all, I think I was telling Sherelle in one of her lives, or maybe it was on a comment. She maybe posted, no, it was Palan posted about the violinist. Did you see that? The violinist that did that song, the remake of that song. And I told her, I'm like, oh my gosh, my little guy crew has been begging about a violin, right? He's just into violin. And for those of you that are new to my page, I'm very open about this, and I'm open about it because first of all, I want understanding, but number two, I want you to know I'm comfortable about this. So if you have questions, you can always ask me, because I feel like knowledge is power. But anyway, my little guy's autistic. So for a long time, he wouldn't even go to music class. His first 3 years of school, he refused, flat out refused. Was like, no, he didn't like the sound of people singing out of tune. He didn't like the hallway he had to walk down to get to it. There was all kinds of sensory things going on. Well, here this child is in 3rd grade, and he's begging to play the violin and knows all these facts about it, like all these facts. And I'm like, honey, I think we need to take this seriously. Then he comes home with this obsession with the Beatles. He knows every song, all the years, all the people, all the band members, what happened to him, and he calls it the tragic story with his hands. It's the tragic story. Okay, what the tragic story is. And he has his favorite songs, and so he comes home and he hooks up to the Bluetooth speaker and runs around the house and plays Beatles music all night long, like blaring. I just love him. Hey, Greg. Hey, it's good to catch you. How are you? I always miss your lives. I have to get you a replay. I love your work, though. How you been? Knowledge is power. I know. I don't want anybody to ever think, like, why is she constantly saying that? Well, you know what? Every time I'm on a live, somebody says, hey, I'm new to your page, right? So not everybody knows, and I want everyone to feel comfortable to ask questions, because before I was here, I would have felt like I would have offended another mom if I asked her some questions. But I don't believe in that at all. I believe when you ask questions, I personally believe that your curiosity is caring. And I personally take it that when you ask me questions, it's because you genuinely want to I don't want to mean it like in a way like you were bad before, but be better. Be better for people that are disabled and have differences. And, you don't know what you don't know. You don't know what you don't know, right? How people are different. I mean, before I had crew, I know for sure there were situations where I would be in the public and I would see a child have a meltdown. And now I know that it probably wasn't associated with like behavior, but then I always would be like, ugh, that parent needs to take her. You know what I mean? You'd always, and it's not, y'all. And you can't control it, and you can't shut down your life. You know what I mean? Like that's not good for your child either, that they don't ever get to experience anything because you shut down and just keep them home because that's the safe thing to do, right? We went through that phase in life where we did that too. But it just wasn't. Anyway. Off soapbox, on to better conversations. But yeah. So, ran out of gas at the gas station. I can't even believe that I'm willing to tell people that because it makes me sound, so dingy. But, so I guess in that game, I lost. Car running out of gas won. Because normally, I coast in there and I'm like, yeah, that's right. I said 2 more miles, like, ha ha ha, No, I lost. I lost hardcore. So there's that. I had told, so the last time that we were together, gosh, we haven't been together since before I went to New Jersey, where we watched the Supercross, like, my husband and my older 2, we went and spent the weekend in New Jersey, did Supercross, that was really fun, and watched that, had really good seats, and then it poured down rain, and it was lightning and stuff, and they had to delay it, and we waited and waited, and people left, and we got ponchos, and then, what do you know, like, the very end, they ran the last 2 heats, and we got to watch it in the pouring rain. It was flipping awesome. So this is how we're like, you can see how need some height in here. I think I'm going to use the button ferns for that. It's hard to design backwards like this. You don't see it the same way. So these are not, let's see. No, these are pushers, but I'm going to keep them really long. I want the height to come up in here in the back, right? So that's what I'm going for. Let's see if I can get it. I might have my foam too far down in here. We'll see. We'll see. If it's not this, it'll be something that I use for height. You can see me scaling my greenery selection. Just don't want the big holes, right? Like that's kind of what I'm like here and here. No, I think the foam is too far down. All right, let's work on a bow. And then what I'll do is, I do want some of these in here too. But if you can see this in here and here, I don't want something with a little more substance right here to kind of be behind this big dogwood. And then that way these two coming off of the sides will be. So that's what I'm going to look for. I don't have it sitting here on my table, but while I'm putting this together and doing the bow and all of that, I'll see if I can find something that I can grab and do real quick that will solve that issue. But if not, you'll for sure see it in my finished photos. And I love these little cattails from Walmart. They are just like the cutest little things. The drapery green. Ah, yeah, I do too. Thanks, Greg. I like that kind of draping. I do it a lot in my wreaths too. Like I love have like one side kind of. Oh, this looks like horns to me. Let's go a little higher up. There we go. Let's go a little higher up with that piece. Sorry, it looked like two, kind of like, maybe like walrus fangs or something. This is interesting, I'm going to tell you. Designing backwards, making it backwards to you. So you can see, I just wanted some little white off of the edge there. All right, I've got one more. I'm going to go in kind of like in here with it. And then we'll do a bow. And it looks like I talk so much, we won't get to do a patriotic bow, but I plan to go live. Yeah, I like that. All right. So this is what we have. And this is the part right here. If you can see my hand, that's where I wish I had just a little bit more substance. But other than that, I'm really liking how it came together. Just minimal products. I like this weirdy thing over here. All right, so let's make a bow real quick. We are working with directional ribbon. Y'all know how I feel about directional ribbon. It crumbles me, right? Hey, hi, Lisa. What about those leafy greens on the front of the table? These? Yeah, I use some of those in the back. They're just not, well, hey, wait, hold on. If I kept it on this stalk. Hey, who said that? Dawn. You know what? You just got me thinking. You're right. If I clip them off individually, no, they're not big enough. But if I keep it on this big stalk, I don't need all of these pieces though. Let's bring it back and look real quick. See, that's too much, I feel like, right? Do you? I I feel like that's it. There we go. All right, let's clip these off. I can put it in my spare box. Let's clip this one off too. Oh, Dawn. You might have saved me. Hold on, I do need to clip a little bit off because it isn't that really soft foam that I can drive it down real hard. It's that hard foam that I get like halfway through and I'm like, ugh, and I sweat. That one. All right. Dawn, you're a genius. I was not thinking about using the whole dang piece. But you were super smart for thinking about that. All right. Oh my goodness. I feel like it's the right thing. All right, I kind of like it. And I like these kind of clustered down there together. What do you think? Give it up for Dawn, y'all. Like coming in and saving the day. That was perfect. All right, we still have 5 minutes left to do a bow. We're just gonna do a couple of loops. I don't want a big like foo-foo frilly bow. Oop, here, let's put it here so you can see it. I'm literally covered in moss, y'all. Like I look like I had been frolicking in hay. I'm gonna walk out there and my husband's gonna be like, hey. No, I'm just kidding. Thanks, Liz. How you been? I need to go back and watch the front porch Donna's porch makeover that she did today. The porch workshop. That's what I'm trying to get at. Gosh, words are hard for me today. I didn't get to see all of it. All right, I'm just going in and I'm just clipping like one loops like this because it's directional, right? So I really struggle with directional ribbon. So what I normally do is I don't, when I make a bow, I just do it loop, loop, loop at a time. But in this, I am not going to do a full bow anyway. It's so small and I don't want to cover up all the bees and things like that. I just want to kind of show an accent that we have bee ribbon too. So I'm just going to do one loop with kind of some asymmetrical tails to it. This is that expandable ribbon. I love this stuff. If you have not worked with this and you really like that farmhouse look, this stuff is just so cute. Adds such a nice little texture to what you're making. So this is what I have. Just loop, loop, right? Loop, loop, asymmetrical tails. On the thinner ribbons, I traditionally don't dovetail. You certainly can. I usually do it on an angle, but you know what I say. Always what you like, your preference. There is nothing wrong in handmade home decor. I'm sorry, there just isn't. All right, I like zip ties. I'm a zip tie girl. Zip ties could hold the world together. Zip ties and duct tape, right? Can anybody agree with me? Thank you. You struggle to and you get frustrated easily, do you? It just depends. It just depends on, life, right? So I'm going to make a pick out of this. And normally what I do is I just cut the zip tie down with about an inch left, like that, on the nub. I don't know if you can see that. There, you can see. And then I take my pick machine and I squeeze on a steel pick like that. And that's traditionally how in like my wall hangings or my table decor pieces, that's how I put my bow in. Sometimes I'll use like a barbecue skewer. Sometimes I'll also use like the nubs from when you're clipping off the florals and stuff like that, the wired nubs. But this is, for the most part, how I usually do it. All right. We're gonna do kind of like all the hair to one side type of a look here, right? So I'm gonna put the bow and the ribbon over here on this edge with the wacky greenery. This is what we're doing. So this is what we have. So we just took little Hobby Lobby wall hanging. You can get them on sale in the spring section right now. And we did some moss down the front so that you can't see the floral foam. And then there's floral foam inside of there. So this is just that natural moss inside of it. And then we did greenery and a couple of white flowers. Not very much, y'all. A couple of the gold, kind of mustard colored. And then a couple little beigey roses. And that's it. A couple loops of ribbon. And y'all, this is easy. Easy, cute little pull together. So if I do anything, what do I have? Oh, it's time. I'm going to let you go so that you can see the next designer in Craft Around the Clock. If you're already in Craft Around the Clock, you could just refresh the page. Tracy will share them in. And if you are not, if you go to the featured link in my, if you see the little links at the bottom, that's Craft Around the Clock. You could go right there and join it. It's for free. All right, well, thanks for joining me tonight, y'all. I will be back on Facebook at some time this week, so I really appreciate it. I actually have to use my footstool to be able to say bye to y'all, but I appreciate you hanging out, and I will post pictures of this so that you can see it. So thanks, y'all. Take care. There's my friend Lori. I used your greenery. See y'all.